Hi, good morning. It's morning time. Wake up. It's morning time. Sorry, let me see. Is that gonna take it? It's morning time. Wake up. Wake up. Can you imagine? I'll be whispering to you, wake up, it's morning time. Wake up. Oh my gosh, I tell you what a lovely day it is. That it is. Got me some frozen water here. I declare. Wake up, it's morning time. Woo! I got me a nice cup of coffee and oh, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Looking around, seeing what's going on. How is it for you guys? This is so good. So good. How is everyone doing this fantastic morning? Hey, oh my gosh. How are you? I say it's a little too early. I know, right? I was just like, it's just such a lovely day, you know? And I'm just like, you know what? Let's see here. Oh, you know what? You were working on getting a car. How is it going for you? Let's see. Is that gonna help? Why the glare? What? It's like right here. Probably how I'm parked. Yeah, it could be that. Yeah. Yeah. So how's it going for you? I know it's like it's a little too early to be thinking about one eye open. What type of trip would I prefer and why? Got to go to Bob Bell. Don't have money down. Oh, you don't have to put money down at Bob's Bell? Really? What type of vehicle? Oh, okay. A Nissan. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay. Excuse me. That works. Is he cleaning his car? He's cleaning his car. Is a black car. It's already spotless. I mean, it's glycering. Like, he's cleaning it again. I guess that's what people do, huh? I don't know. He's an older guy. Sometimes a lot of older guys, you see them, you know, they have a certain, what they call it, swag or something, and, you know, they dress a certain kind of way, and he just seemed like someone that really take pride in his vehicle. He has a pretty American flag on it. Yeah, nice weather. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. It's like, it's supposed to reach about 70. So I decided to get up pretty early and see what's going on out here. But for me, am I even going to drive? No, I'm not. No, I'm not even going to say probably, but no, not today. I have some other things I have to do, but not today. To be honest, I haven't driven. Oof. Man, since the last time I said I haven't driven. I mean, yeah. Yeah, so I haven't been doing it because I'm trying to. See, why did I come on the video? Because I'm supposed to be awake, like totally, woo! And I'm yawning. Yeah, it's been over a week, Awakened Angel. It's been over a week. Everything is still activated. I just have not, how can I say? I want to move into another platform. I feel, and this is just how I feel, in the mood. Yeah, haven't been in the mood. Yeah. My thing is, this is the vehicle that I have here is the vehicle that I will be trading in to get another vehicle in order to be a part of another platform. I am kind of sort of reserving, if you will, my miles. I'm still driving my car the way I want to drive it, but in reference to adding miles to it for ride sharing, knowing that my goal is to turn it to trade this vehicle in. So I've been kind of sort of, stepping back a little bit. And yeah. So that's pretty much the reason why I haven't been driving. Because I don't know, it's once I saw that decrease from the base fare and then looking at the details of things, how much I was earning, it just kind of sort of took the wind out of my sails. I'm not getting no Bentley. And look, Awakened Angel, if I could afford a Bentley, I wouldn't be driving it. I would have someone driving it for me. Certain vehicles, for me, I prefer to be the passenger versus the driver. That's just me. Oh my gosh, Uber Lady Baltimore, how are you? You need another vehicle also? Yeah. So I'm just I'm in reserve right now. And I'm grateful that I'm okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a lot of things that I'm observing and learning about this type of gig. You have to have some backups. You have to have some backups, because if you only have one vehicle and that vehicle is used for everything at a full-time capacity, and once that thing is no longer there to do its thing, all these things I'm saying, there's a problem. So I feel like by me getting to another platform, one, is more money. Two, it's not a lot. Oh my gosh. It's not a lot of miles versus being Uber X, and it's constantly, I mean, and the money is, piling up, but you have to do several rides in order to see the pile up. Whereas with the other platforms, you might be online longer, but the rides that you get is of more of quality. I only ride share to get food and get sleep. Okay. Yeah, it can't be your everything. Only it's a gig. Exactly, it can, because it's a lot of things that. Do you want to do Uber Black? Well, to be honest, Awakened Angel, I want to do XL, Lyft, XL, Lyft Premier, Lyft Lux, and what was the other one? Lyft Lux. It's 3 or 4 of them, but we don't have Select here. The last time I checked, we don't have Select here in Baltimore. So I don't know if Columbia has it. I don't know if Glen Burnie has it. Those particular areas are not too far from me. Just a matter of getting on the Beltway and, you know what I mean, getting there. But basically, it will definitely be more than what I'm making now, even on XL, as well as Lyft Premier. Just those two alone will definitely bring in more money for me, because I'm not out here. I don't do this like you understand. I don't do a whole lot of hours. Only have select DC and LA. Oh, okay. Well, then I would have to go to DC. You know, DC not too far. True, I Rideshare because I like the people. I don't have XL, but I still have more X rides. Exactly. You have more X rides because that's really the main. Well, yeah, it's the force of Uber and Lyft, because in terms of, you know, statistically, there are that 1%. And then you got that 99%. Uber X is that 99%. All those other ones can go into that 1% category, meaning that a lot of people are not using them as much as Uber X. However, when you do, accept a ride, you are making more money versus several rides to add up to that particular one ride when you're on the other platforms. I was about to get a BMW, but it didn't even qualify for Uber Black. Wow. Yeah, they have certain types of vehicles that are qualified. And since I know the vehicles now, I'm shopping, you know, with a business mind, if you will, to pick a vehicle that I know will go into those particular categories, so that it will more guarantee me that I'm able to make more money. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. So who knows? But those are the type of rides I prefer. Is those the XL, the Lyft Premier, where whenever you do pick up a particular person, you're making more money versus the minimum of $3.37. You know, one of our fellow Uber drivers, how far did she go? The ride was 50 minutes. She only earned, I think she said like $30 or close to $30 for that. And I remember taking a lady, and this was like, it was last year. It was a little over an hour, and I made like close to $60, $70. So it's like, yeah, no. And then they, like with Lyft, they're trying to make you, okay, like you have to accept these rides. Like you have to accept these rides in some situations. But I do notice when it comes to Lyft, prime time, no, it's a prime bonus power time, power drive, when they give you certain opportunities, acceptance is not a part of it. You know, they don't look at that in terms of your ratings, which is cool, because they should have been taking that out when it comes to you trying to reach a guarantee or the drive opportunity that they will give you. Because they sent me one, and I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes it seems like it's better to take a little break from them and then come back, because when you're away, they start sending you all these different incentives. This is with Lyft. And then when you come back, you're able to rake it in, but then you'll see it taper off again. Like you don't have all those different incentives anymore. But as soon as you step back and they notice that you haven't been working, then they want to send all these earning opportunities, if you will. I don't know. I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy meeting the people. I enjoy going places I've never been before, but it's just, I don't know. It's not so much that I was in it for the money. No. The money and then meeting the people, it was like right here. And the trips that I made, you know, everything was just like right here. But once I start seeing that decrease coming away, I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute. But yet my rides are still the same distance, still the same number of rides, but then my money is being less. That's a problem. That is a problem for me. And I can't let the vehicle that I use for my regular life be sucked up into chasing or trying to make ends meet with Uber X when I know it is going to be a struggle for me that I'm not willing to struggle with. Now, for those who don't mind and everything's working for them, I'm only talking about my experience, what it's doing for me and where I am and where I want to be. And in time, this was melting. Let me tell you, this was melting, right? It sounded like somebody was breathing. That's why I paused, and I'm like, and I know it's nobody in this car with me. But I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. It was like somebody was actually breathing, and it's the matter of fact, let me take it off the seat. I'm gonna make the seat cold. Woo! Let me tell you. But anyway, yeah. So that's where I'm at. I like to warm my, freeze my water. See that? And then keep it either in the bag or there's something else I would wrap around here like a cloth. And this helps out in the course of the day. But oh my gosh, my thing is just trying to get everything situated to make the move and be okay with the move that I make. Not be all, ugh. And take it from there. But this type of business, you definitely need a backup, and you need to I mean, this is the way I feel about when it comes to the different trips, and then with Uber and Lyft itself. I feel like with Uber X, their goal, and also with the Express Pool, their goal is to get their minimum level, meaning Lyft, regular, and then Uber X, to be designated, if you will, for the pools and the express rides. Then the XLs and the Premiers will be the other category for the passengers. But then also think about it. If you have a 6+ vehicle, imagine that being a pool or an express, because now you can hold more people. It just seems to me pool is looking more like a minivan or a mini bus. A mini bus meaning multiple stops on a particular route, and it has the different passengers in there going to different places, but it's still on that same route. And with the bus, you have multiple people on the bus that's getting off on particular areas on that route. So it just reminds me of a mini bus type service. And I do think that if we are going to be really independent contractors, I do think we should have our own commercial insurance. I do think we should have the different permits to a point we can actually really brand ourselves to other businesses instead of just isolating ourselves with just Uber and Lyft. Whereas like when the different proms and graduations and so on and so forth, you can brand yourself in such a way that you can be the designated driver for those particular groups, and or, you know, of course, set the price that it will be different from Uber and Lyft, but then you have to bring to the table what would be, why should they pick you versus Uber or Lyft when Uber and Lyft is at a lower cost. And you know how the saying goes, you get what you pay for. But does that give people an opportunity? Hey, Tony B. Ford, how are you? Whatever. Look behind you. How about that? It's nice to see. It's nice to see how, you know, you can brand yourself in those perspectives and make people know. Well, okay, it'll be, I say, you can rent me, not rent me, but you can rent my service for several hours versus in some kind of way. You gotta brand yourself. Everybody have their own way of branding themselves that make them shine bigger or brighter than the next. And when you are an independent contractor, really an independent contractor, you have to brand yourself and make yourself shine versus Uber and Lyft in terms of the passengers or customers' choices. I had my very first Lyft ride yesterday. Oh my gosh, you did, Tony B. Ford Edge. How did it go? Was it a 5-star or what? What's going on? Why are you up so early, Tony? You're going to school? I think that'll give you added security too when it comes to little accidents and stuff. Tony B. Ford's first Lyft ride was, he said it was great. He tipped the woman $2. Oh, I went live before. Wait a minute. You went live before I woke up at 6:30. Oh, my car was in the shop because I put bad gas in it and it was running rough. Ooh, what type of bad gas did you put in there? Was it a different brand or different grade? This is black coffee. No cream, no sugar. Oh my gosh, it tastes so good. From Dunkin' Donuts. Regular blend. Original. Okay, I put in regular unleaded as always, but I think they didn't, that they did something. Was it a different company that you went to? I like large or XUV. Large or XL mocha with cream. Really? And sugar, yeah. Okay. Oh, so it was Shell. Oh my gosh, Shell has excuse me. Shell has crumbs. Shells have good supposed to have good good gas. I can't even talk. I just feel like something crawled on me. Of course what? Hold on. Of course you're biased with them. Well, no, No, I like Shell because it has the what is that? They have a certain additive that is in there. I don't I use Sunoco gas, and then I like Royal Farm gas. Those are my main go-tos. My main go-tos. But if I cannot get there, my next one would be BP or Shell. Other than that, right, that's what I was looking for. Right. That's what BP has. That's what BP has. And Shell, but Shell's supposed to have something too. Because I think Shell is, what is that additive that they have in there? Man. It's certain one, but basically it's Sunoco, Royal Farms for me. I noticed the gas lasts longer in my vehicle. And of course it's clean gas, because some gas that you buy, it's dirty. Oh my gosh, your engine will sound funny. And they always say use whatever gas the manual says, because if you use gas that has a higher octane, that's just trash that can just build up trash in your car, and then of course you're wasting money. Every engine is made is built to get rid of a certain amount of octane. So if your car calls for 87 octane regular, that's what you give it. If you give it anything higher than that, you're just wasting your money, of course, and then you're just building trash into your vehicle. I mean, in your engine, because it's wasted. It's not being utilized because your engine can't burn that. I know years ago, some men, they would recommend you putting the gas treatment in your what is it, octane? I said octane. What I say? What I said ACTAN. I said octane. What I said octane. I said octane. I shouldn't say octane. Hold on. Octane. It shouldn't be octane. Octane. Are you serious? Octane. You're right. I mean, octane is the OX. Well, thank you, nephew. It is what it is. Octane. I don't remember calling. Hold on. Octane. Hold on. This is live. Anyway, let's see here. Let's see. You said Oatstane? Can't be Oatstane. That doesn't make sense. Axtane. Okay, because I'm like Oatstane. No. Ichnane. I know it has one additive that makes my car take longer to start and makes it feel like it is in limp mode. Really? Oh my gosh. Okay. Man, I'm just saying. It is what it is. If it wasn't for Google, what would we know? How about that?
Octane.
Hey, Paula, how are you?
Octane.
Octane. Octane.
Octane. Octane.
Octane. Octane. Not what you said. See? Oh my gosh. Tomatoes.
Today, I'm going to show you the US, Australian, and British.
Octane.
Octane. Octane. Anyway. I'm glad you're doing good. The name is Octane and it's pronounced Octane. No, it's not. No, it's not Octane. No, 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 no. No, no, no. But it's you know, it's gonna burn it up. So it's better to have. That's how you say it. I just said octane. Let me tell you something. Sometimes in life, you're so used to hearing something a certain way, or you're pronouncing things a certain way, and then when it's said it's pronounced differently, then you have to learn it all over again. What I also noticed is when it comes to us breaking down, meaning English people, well, American people breaking down different words based upon the vowel and the octane. Octane. Different words. I will have you saying it correctly. Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, Tony. Different O sound. Oak is octane, like Oakland. Octane. I wonder what the origin is. Because I think sometimes, well, I mean, in general, pronunciation has their own rules based upon, you know, the origin. Octane. Octane. I said, no, oh, I was saying octane. It's see that? Octane. 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 Because I used to, what was another word? There's certain words that it's just known to be pronounced different. You have council, like a council, you know, group of people, and then cancel. You know, like you're being canceled, not canceled. Like this is what I'm saying. See, you have council, like I have a council meeting, and then you have cancel meeting, meaning, you know, have a meeting, and then you have cancel, like you're being canceled. You see how that is? Cancel, canceled, and console. Wow. You know? And I used to really be into that, dotting my I's and crossing my T's, until I kind of sort of got kind of the people who I would be around to, you know, help and inspire and encourage, it was more taken as sounding a certain kind of way. So I kind of sort of took aback to pronouncing every word exactly to the T, because I found it being offensive to some people. And then, like the word than and then. And then you got then. His sister says she's not going to work today. Oh, okay. So, in other words, I kind of sort of took the back seat, and I kind of became kind of quiet around people because it was too much. It was too much on me to be myself around people because of I haven't. Who is that anyway? Oh my gosh, don't call who's that? No, don't call the people that, man. No. But in other words, no, I'm not saying I know every word and I can pronounce every word and spell every word. I'm not saying that. But there was a time in my life where the dictionary was my main source of reading and understanding and so on and so forth. Until I realized, and I used to correct people when they would speak. That's not how you say this. This is how you say it, so on and so forth. And it began to really get under people's skin. Like, they didn't even want to talk to me because they were kind of uncertain. Okay, what if I say this? You're going to correct me or whatever. This is how I feel. So I got to a point in my life that my mom, she helped me. She encouraged me. She was saying, well, the main thing is that people understand what you're saying, not so much how you're saying it. And then at first I'm like, huh? Like, huh? Like, really? Like, what? Because you're being taught in school, this is how this sounds, this is how this sounds, so on and so forth. So you continue to learn that, but you're learning that, but now you have some wisdom added to it. The main thing is to understand what a person's saying, not so much listening to what they're saying in terms of correcting them. If they say, let's see, og, and then you say og, you mean Uggs? Og. They're saying eggs. So once they start describing what it is that they're trying to say to help you to understand, so you can actually have a communication, that is what's important. And what helped me with it, my mom gave me the analogy of, let's say you go into the doctor's office and the doctor says that you have, let's see, let me think of a word, pituitary adenoma. And you're like, what is that? And the doctor's saying pituitary adenoma. A lot of us would say, oh, okay. Then you go home, you talk to your family, your friends. You say, I've been to the doctor and they diagnosed me with this. What is that? What is that word? Something about pituitary adenoma. You don't know what that means. And some of your friends or family say, so what did he say? What did he say? I don't know, child, what these doctors are saying. They just give you these terms. But it's important, if your doctor know what he's talking about, when you're able to ask that doctor, so doc, tell me in layman's term. You'd be surprised how some doctors can't do it. They've been taught pituitary adenoma, not breaking down versions, not explanation version, pituitary adenoma, all medical term. The average person is not reading a medical terminology book. They're not going to school to learn medical terminology. They're not practicing or studying the different medical skill sets. So if you're doing this as a medical person, you should be able to break it down to the point a child can understand it. Then, and only then, you can say you understand what you're saying. If you can't break it down to the smallest explanation, you don't understand. Good morning. It's so early, LOL. It's 5 a.m. here. Oh my gosh, Chad. Oh, wow. Can you imagine me coming to your door? Good morning, Chad. Wake up. You're like, what in the world? Call the police. We being invaded. Oh my gosh. I didn't know why I have been waking up so early lately. Hope you're having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day. I cannot complain. Let me tell you. Mr. Know-It-All. Oh my gosh, Tony, you're a mess. How do you feel about Uber Eats driver shooting customer because he didn't give a tip? First of all, there's some issues there. For one, who's to say he wasn't going to tip? Excuse me. Because I ordered from Uber Eats. Was it last week? I think it was last week or week before. I couldn't tip my driver like a week later. You know? Good morning, Shelton. Yeah. But by the way, I have done 2 Uber Eats deliveries so far. Awesome! Awesome. Good morning, Smart Driver TV. Good morning. Awesome. I'm so proud of you. You said you were going to do it too, and you did. Awesome. How do you feel about it, though, Chad? He was going to wait a week later. He wanted it now. Or he was going to get shot. Well, see, that's the thing. When it comes to the tipping, that's for driving as well as Uber Eats. It could take a little bit. And so it's like, and we're not giving cash. And so, and if that don't make sense. For one, you got to be careful how people, like, because your neighbors can constantly see, you know, like every week, every other day or whatever, you're getting deliveries. And they can be watching you give dollars, you know. And some people, I'm just saying, some minds of people, they're adding up the money, you know. And then you never know who knows who. And they can say, oh, they always tip me like $5, $10 whenever I come. So they thinking, all right, $5 or $10, let's say $10, and you come 4 times a week, 5 times a week, that's $50 right there. Maybe they got some money in the house. You know what I mean? They begin, I'm just saying, some people, this is their mindset in an innocent situation. So I'm when it comes to the tipping, it's out of sight, out of mind. The thing is, when I see it, it's still going to be good. Even if it's 2 weeks later, it's still going to be good. But what hurts me the most when it comes to tip is when I am, oh my gosh, hoping and desiring and praying for tips and a certain amount of tip because for whatever the reason, and then not get it. It's like, oh no, take the dagger out my chest, please. Oh, it just makes you like, oh my God, it just puts such a damper on your whole day. Your whole day. And I got tired of feeling that way because it was messing up my day. Like my whole day was just all the hours in a day that I had left, all the minutes in the day that I had left, all the seconds in the day that I had left. It was like deflated because I didn't get a tip because I would look at a certain order like, oh, okay, yeah. And or where I'm going, oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, it was just too much. It was just too much. I had to take the tip dagger out my chest. I just had to and just get rid of it. And so if I get a tip, awesome. If I don't, awesome. I just have to be even keel because it helps me. And so, yeah, that's how it goes. Oh my gosh, is this today's? Wow, Tadise is here, guys. Oh my God, it's been a long time. I've been fantastic. How about you? How's the family? Remember, guys, Tadise is one of our fellow Uber drivers. His wife passed away, and it's been about 2 months? About 2 months or so. And he's back with us, guys. Oh my gosh, he is back. He's back home. Welcome home. Wow. I tell you, it's so nice to see you in the feed again. Awesome. Tony before said, how about if they don't tip you, that will make them tip? No, it won't. You just came back Saturday? Okay, awesome. Thank God for safe travels, right? I just replied, but for some reason it doesn't look like I sent. Let me try again. What did you send, Chad? No, that's not so Smart Driver TV. No, that's not true. No, because it's like this. If we lived in a perfect world down here, then okay, maybe. But we don't live in a perfect world. In this world, we have options to do or not to do. To like or not to like. You know? To love or not to love. But in a perfect place, the right thing to do, it will be done. However, we have options. So if a person has... So I delivered for Uber Eats, and all right, let me finish this thought real quick before I go to that chat. If a person has the option to tip or not to tip, that's their choice. And it's not so much they don't have enough money to pay for it. It's just, hey, I'm not going to tip them for whatever the reason. Everybody have their reasons why they do what they do. Even for yourself. Every morning when you wake up, you have a reason to why you do what you do. Why you say what you say. The same right and freedom you have, the next person has it too. But I understand that is your opinion in reference to if you can't tip, you should not order food. No. No. That's like saying, okay, if you go into a store. Well, yeah, if you go into a store to pay for something and you don't have the money for it, then you just put it back. That don't mean you go. Now, if you go into the store and buy food, like cooked food, and you know going in you don't have the money for it, that's a different story. But the option of paying and tipping or not, nah. Okay, Chad said, so I delivered for Uber Eats, and I'm used to delivering for other restaurants before, and used to receiving money when delivering food. So when I deliver for Uber Eats, I leave with no money. It's weird. Yeah, it is a readjustment. When it comes to Uber Eats, it's optional. Appreciated, but optional. What's new with Uber and Lyft? Well, basically, Uber has a new app coming out, upgraded app, if you will. Lyft, what's going on with Lyft? Nothing new that, let's see. No, nothing new with Lyft other than they want you to sign that term of service. Remember, well, you don't remember, I had did a video and I had not signed it with Lyft, and I would try to go online. They still wouldn't let me go online because I didn't sign the term of agreement. And I think I did this for several days. Didn't budge. They did not budge. So I had to agree in order to go online. So, but yeah. So they doing one of those things. So if you haven't received that on your app, most likely you will be getting it. Okay. If they... Smart Driver TV says, if they was transparent with the deliveries like Grandpa, and I see the boot atypic. And I see the boot atypic. Say that again. You probably spoke that, and that voice thing just took it a different way. Yeah, I understand that one. When is the new Uber app coming out? Well, it's in LA now, so it's coming around. It's coming around. Yeah. So it's getting around. So we don't know exactly when. I think they said by the end of the month that everybody should have it. But they're also letting you know, when it comes to your city, your state, there's still going to be some glitches. It's still going through the research phase. It's just that now the research that they did, controlled, and with they had the certain beta cities that actually utilized the app, now they're going to spread it further out. So now when they spread it further out, they're going to collect data that will help them to improve it even more. And they also going to want our feedback so that they will know what other type of improvements that need to happen based upon the application of the new app versus the inner workings of the app. Now they have a handle on the inner workings. Now they got to see it actually work. Like when you tap this button, what happens? When you tap that button, what happens? And so based upon those results, they're going to have to, improve it again, because it's not 100% right now, as they said. They need to add an option for riders to be able to request a specified driver. We've been talking about that for a while, Chad. I think it may happen. Well, what's new on the app? One thing that a lot of people don't like, you don't see the your how much, like you have 4 times 3.4 surge. You don't see the number of surges. It's just color coded. It seemed to me it's similar to Lyft, where the darker the pink, the higher, the lighter the pink, the less, and the color is going to be a part of the background. So you're going to have the map on the top, which is going to be transparent, and then you're going to have the color at the bottom. Whereas before, it was the map at the bottom and the color on top. So with this new app, you'll be able to widen the screen, and you'll be able to still see the streets, the name of the streets, the different direction of them. And they also fix when the surge will go out into the ocean. Like when in certain areas, people who live closer to the ocean, they would open their screen, and then they will find out that that color for that surge is further out on the ocean versus on the land itself. So that was an improvement. Also, navigation. You didn't make me look. What are you talking about? Stop it. Whatever. So things like that is coming down the tube. And also, you will see how much you made on the screen, and then it'll disappear. Whereas, now this is from, I think it was a group, somebody from India, based upon their spiritual belief, to show how much you're making is kind of sort of, like, how can I say, taunting a person, showing off kind of thing. So now it'll disappear from how much you have made in that day. Sometimes you can see it at the bottom, but now you're going to actually have to go to that particular area to see how much you have made. You'll see it as you're driving. You'll see, okay, let's say your goal was $100. One side will have what you're making and how much more you have to make to reach that goal. One side is like a white color, and I think the other side was kind of yellow from what I saw. So it shows you a difference in terms of how you're getting paid, if I remembered correctly. Also, what was the other thing they said? Navigation's supposed to be good even if you're offline. So of course, support help. And trying to see what else. I can't think of anything else. I did a video on it, as well as Uber and Tampa did. A couple people did a video on it. Okay, Smart Driver TV. If they was transparent, look like bro. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, I had ordered. This is a while back. And this is when I found out about Grubhub. Grubhub, the companies that use Grubhub, the tip is automatically within the price, so it's upfront. Yeah, that would be nice if Uber Eats would do that, but Uber Eats was trying to outshine the rest, because it's like this: if you have 10 things that look exactly alike, what would make you pick one over the other? Nothing. You would just pick one. However, that one you picked does not do what the one that was next to it does. But you would have never known, because it looks the same. So Uber Eats, in order for them to be noticed, they had to come up with this tipping thing, and they had to shine a little bit brighter, if you will. If Uber is no problem, Smart Daughter TV. No problem. So they had to, like with Grubhub, you actually, the money is up front. You guarantee you're going to get some money. And I found out, if you don't come to the car to pick your food up, they can leave. And the guy left, and I was like, I just saw him. I was in the door. He slowed down. Of course, he didn't see anybody outside, and he just kept on going. So I called the store, and I said, excuse me. I said, the driver just drove by. And the lady said, were you outside? I said, well, no. I didn't know I had to be outside. Yeah, you have to be outside in order to get your food. I didn't know this. I haven't ordered from this company in I don't know how long. I didn't know about the changes. So when he came through again, he brought it up on the up on the steps, and I gave him cash tip too, not knowing that all this was already included. But I appreciate him coming back, but I didn't know this was the rule. So now you have Uber Eats, tip is optional, whereas with other companies it's not optional. It's going to be a part of your cost. You don't even have to come to the car. With this company, you do have to come to the car. Good morning, Jeremy. How are you? So as businesses, they had to, in order to break through all this convenience, if you will, they had to come in with something different that made them shine a little brighter. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, okay, so does Grubhub have instant pay? See, I don't know much about them. Yeah, a lot of people will probably be working with them because Battery slow. A lot of people, yeah, because for one, if you have with Grubhub, for one, you will be getting paid more. And if they had the instant pay feature, that would be even better. But there's another thing that makes Uber and Lyft shines a little bit brighter than another: instant pay. And we are in a time where we want things like this. If we could work an hour, 2 hours with the guarantee of $50, $60, $100, we're on it. We're on it. We don't have to wait 2 weeks or a week and a half or a couple days to get this money. You can get it if you have a vehicle and you're on the app. You can make that money right then and there, and you're in the right market. We want things instantly. The tip is not. So you're saying Grubhub does not include the tip in their amount? That's what the lady told me, because the price is totally different. Oh. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's for different companies, because the lady told me, because if you go into a store, that regular restaurant, and pick up your food yourself, the prices are different in a lot of stores. So there is some type of extra padding going on when it comes to other. Ooh. I hope I didn't have that on too long. Oh my gosh. So are you saying Uber Eats is better? I hope I don't get a copyright thing. This copyright, man. Once you meet the qualification for monetization, you don't even want to read certain things. You don't want to have certain music playing. And my videos aren't monetized yet. So it's like, ugh. But they can look at any video and then, it's just so much. It's better not to have the music on at all, because the particular people who have the rights to that music, if they want, they can put advertisement on your video. They can play songs on your video. You have no control over it. You're not getting paid for it. You know, it's like you walked across a particular lot of dirt and you grabbed a handful of dirt and you went on about your business and you put that dirt on your property. So the owner of the dirt that's on the land that you picked up now have access and control over your land. That's the way I think of it. And it's like, no, Yeah, I think a lot of companies, but you know what? I don't know why other companies don't do the instant pay. I don't know. There's something that Uber and Lyft, because remember, Lyft did it only when it was at $50. Okay, no, they don't have. No, they don't. morning, Becky. How are you? What type of rides would you prefer? Oh, long ones? Okay, okay. Oh, okay, okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It's automatic. Oh, okay, okay. What is it? Gratuity. Okay. I understand what you're saying. So it's already is a percentage of whatever that food the total of that food. Yeah, like if you when you go into a restaurant, I think it's what 17% or something like that. But when I would go to restaurants, I start tipping more once I realized the waitress, you know, they pretty much don't get anything. They basically get their pay from the tips. So, you know, I find myself tipping them more, you know, just out of courtesy. Okay. So now, but Becky, how do you feel about Uber Pool and Express Pool? Do you have that in your city? Never did either one. Okay. Do they offer that in your city? Yes, they do in Boston. Awesome. Oh, okay. So you're saying, as from a driver perspective, Smart Driver TV, when a driver don't get a tip, it's done intentionally because it's an automatic thing. So the person who's actually accepting the order, no, not yet. I don't want us to get it to these, to be honest with you. So you're saying, okay, so then the driver doesn't get that tip because it's supposed to be automatic. Okay, so you're saying Uber Eats is better than that, better in comparison to how Grubhub is. Okay, I understand. I'm so glad you didn't give up. You kept on, you know what I mean? Wow. That's interesting. So they do have the instant pay. Right, right, when it comes to instant pay. Okay, okay. Right, so it's like every... Yeah, I'm hoping that we don't get it. And that's another reason why I'm trying to move out of the Uber X category and go into XL and Premier, Lyft Premier, because the way the feeling that I'm getting from this Uber Pool and Express Pool is Uber and Lyft are going to have the Uber X platform to now be Uber Pool and Express Pool, and the other platforms going to be strictly, you know, people requesting that service. Compared to Uber X, there can be multiple people who's going that certain way, that certain distance, I mean, on that same route, but stopping off at different places. Whereas Uber X and Lyft Premier and up, that service will be for individuals who is going to a designated area, like point A to B. That one group of people is going to one particular area. And I mean, that's what I'm thinking, that is the change, a part of the change that's going to come. For one, Uber X is the foundation of, and Uber Pool, I mean, Express Pool and Uber Pool is the foundation of Uber X and Uber and Lyft. Why am I saying that? Because you're getting more of those rides, those type of rides. For one, it's affordable. Two, it's accessible. Okay. 3, people can now or let's say the basic fare for Uber X is $3.37. If a person go to the pool part, meaning express pool or Uber pool, their ride is less than that. So, matter of fact, it's even less than public transportation. So if an individual can now, think about it, can now request a ride for a particular time, for a particular day, guaranteed, fresh vehicle, clean vehicle, up-to-date vehicle, versus some of these MTA buses full of people, full of germs, full of, when I think of public transportation, I'm thinking of different smells, different people, a multiple of things. Can't sit down, you got to stand up. Then you got people want to grope you. You might run into an enemy, you know, being unaware. It just, so to have an Uber pool and express pool, you get into the vehicle, you have a lovely driver, professional driver, willing to take you where you need to go. Also, some offering me beverage, really? Some snacks. Are you serious? I don't get this on the MTA bus, and I pay more. I don't even get to sit down on an MTA bus, and I actually have a guaranteed seat. Are you serious? That's good advertisement right there. You know, that's a no-brainer versus MTA pool and express pool. Uber pool and express pool. And then you have Lyft for the multiple stops, whereas one customer, one account holder is in your car, but they have multiple stops. This is not Uber pool. This is not Uber Express. This is, let's say I'm the customer. I had to take my daughter to school, okay? I have to take my baby to daycare, all right? Then I have to go to work. You see what I'm saying? One person with a very active life, if you will, needs this service. That type of passenger, it will not work for Uber pool and a Uber pool and express pool. It's not going to work because there are already other account holders in that car going somewhere within that same route. They're not going over here on 5th Street because your daycare is on 5th Street. No, that's a separate type business. So this is what I'm noticing with Uber and Lyft. They're taking the basic and they are revamping it to the point, as a company, they even making more money. And they are becoming sustainable because now we are like mini buses, if you will, with the quality of a personal car. The STP feature is a key component in this industry. And that's all a lot of companies No, I didn't get it to these. I'm still working on it. Did you get your XL van? I looked. I've been on a on an adventure. The last person, the last car dealer I talked to, I did see the Ford Explorer. I think it was 2016. I think it was 2016, 2017. Beautiful vehicle, beautiful color. It was really cute. And but the price that they want me to pay a month, I'm not willing to do that. And I was putting money down. And then he was telling me about, was it an Odyssey van, a caravan. And it was gray, black interior, and some other things, but it was front wheel drive. I want my truck to have, if not all wheel, 4-wheel drive. Why? Because I'm gonna be out there in inclement weather, you know. So I wouldn't want to take this vehicle, which is all-wheel drive, and go to a front-wheel drive vehicle, but I'll have more room and I can have more passengers. However, now I'm losing more money because I'm in the XL category or Lyft Premier category. So now when I'm not out there, I'm losing more money. Whereas now I have the vehicle that could deal with the inclement weather. However, it's not worth it unless it's a surge, you know, in my book. Okay. Yeah, I can, I can understand that being the driving force of Uber and Lyft now, because with Lyft it used to be $50. Now it can be, I think it was as low as $5. So Lyft saw the benefit of this instant pay as well, and that is one of the benefits of driving for Uber and driving for Lyft, is a guarantee win. And another thing I found out is when it comes to drivers giving their referral, a Sonata? I didn't think of that. See, I went to Wilkins in Bel Air, Maryland. No, Glen Burnie. And I was looking at the Ford Explorer. I had saw it on there, you know, online and whatever. And the mileage was nice. But I never thought about, see to these, when it comes to the vans, right? How can we get these companies to? Well, first of all, Smart Driver TV, the other companies need to know how Uber and Lyft is doing this, simply because it most likely is probably the investors. Because see, what Uber and Lyft is doing, let's say, okay, the passenger pays. Only Toyotas have 4-wheel drive vans, okay. But when it comes to the van, let me finish this Smart Driver TV. When it comes to vans, I think of soccer moms, okay? I'm just saying. Or a family, you know, husband, wife, children in the back, you know, they have their seats and, you know, just really enjoying themselves. I never saw a van suitable for a single person. And when it comes to now, let's say if the van was totally isolated for rideshare, then fine, that's fine. But if I'm driving it, like today, I wouldn't feel comfortable driving a van and it's just me. Now, if I'm in a truck that seats the same amount of a van, that's different. It's a different style. It's a different look. You know, it's different. But I just think of vans are for parents who are very active. Because I was telling my sister-in-law, right? Because her children are very active, soccer and so on and so forth, baseball and all. And I just imagine her being in a van, you know, with the stickers on it. Her husband bought her a Mercedes, so there you go. You know, so yeah, so that's my view when it comes to a van. If it's strictly for the business, have at it. I would have it set up accordingly, you know, and then that's business. And then I'll have my own vehicle for what I do, what I want. But I'm trying to get a vehicle that can do two. Be suitable for me if I'm working or not working. So I'm trying to find one vehicle that is suitable for my multiple uses. I'll put it that way. How can we get the companies to implement? Well, first, like when it comes to the instant pay, the way I'm looking at it is, okay, let's say the customer swiped the card, okay? There is, when it comes to banking, it's not so much the monetary, you know, the hands on the money that's being received is electronically. So in the computer is, you know, their numbers. So it's not money that's actually there as of yet, because you know you have banks, they have timing in terms of when money comes out. So if the company or the investors are financially stable, that when that passenger or customer swiped his or her card, even though they might not have enough in there, you as the driver still get paid. The company itself has a way of still getting their money. So if the companies that do different food deliveries, if they have investors or have that bottom support to go ahead and do instant pay, that would be awesome. But think about it. Some companies, they can't afford to instant pay. Let's say you work for Grubhub and you got $200, $300, and this is pretty much almost all the drivers. They're not able to do it. They can't do it like that. But with Uber and Lyft, because their prices are so low and their investors are so, their pockets are so deep, that they're able to do it. Will the other companies do it? Yeah, maybe once any time with a business, if there's an opportunity to make more money and it's stable, they're going to do it. One main reason why a company will not do certain things either is out of their jurisdiction, or they're not interested in it, or it's not making them no money. It's a business. Business is in business to make money, to do more business. Business is not in business just to sit there. There is a transaction that they want to happen that will in return give them money. And with that money, because you think about when you go to a bank, you don't go to a bank with a suitcase full of all your money. You don't go there. You go there with an account number that put in there. This is you know. You don't walk around with $1 billion in your silver locked briefcase. You don't do that. We can't do that. We can walk around with a certain amount of money, but large amount of money, it's not safe to do it. So you put your money in the bank because it's safe. But then you have your bankers who are able to invest your money into different things with the confidence that you have the, what is it, FDIC, that you're covered up to $1 million on your account. Now, if you have more than that in the bank, you need to go to either multiple banks so you can be covered with your money, or you have other ways of keeping your money out of the bank, because you're only going to be covered up to $1 million federally. And so you got to look at all that. So you cannot walk around with all this money. The bank's money is numbers, what they see on the computer. You know, so, and that's how that goes. But if the companies are not set like that, and then you got to keep in mind, Uber and Lyft, this is something new to all of us. This is an app that you can request a ride. This has never happened before, to my knowledge. So therefore, there are rules that has not been written. Uber and Lyft is laying the foundation for the other driving gigs coming on the platform. It's like when you're doing a research or a test. You first, if it's a raw research, meaning you don't have no data, you're just starting it. So you're going to begin to collect data and resolving issues. So then the next person that comes behind you, here's the guidelines, here are the bylaws, here's the policies and the procedures to get to this result. Here's the holy grail, if you will. So then the companies, they're able to do a research and say, did this one do this? And how did that come out? So what did they do? And then they begin to alter it according to their company. It's just like with different suitcases and different cases in the courts. If they say Brown versus Wade. So let's say you're in the same kind of situation that case in detail. So you pull that particular case out. You as a lawyer, you look at that. You tell the judge, well, in Brown versus Wade, this is what happened, and this was the conclusion of it. So then they take from that situation, look at it with the situation that is similar, and do what they have to do accordingly, because now they have a blueprint, if you will. But when Uber and Lyft came on board, there was no blueprint. So we as the drivers have a lot to do with setting the standard for other rideshare gigs that are coming down the tube. And I think it's so important for all of us as Uber drivers and passengers to give them feedback. When you get an email and it says send us feedback, give them the feedback. I'm not saying use explicit words and be so colorful with it, but no, be precise, clear. This, if you do this, this will happen or can happen. You know what I mean? Not why are you not doing this? Not no whys, but I suggest, I recommend, I think it would be nice, things of that nature. Whereas those particular words will, most people, they'd be more than willing to go ahead and read it. But if they're saying why, then you're like, well, hold on, oh boy, here we go. Where's my coffee? Where's my Tylenol? Why? Here's another why. You want to be heard, and you want your feedback to be read. So you want to present it in such a way that is alluring to the point they actually read it. Because when it comes to the feedback, some people think companies don't look at it. They do. They do look at it. You may not get a response right away. Because I know with Amazon, oh my gosh. Feedback, reviews, what? You put a review out there about their product and you weren't satisfied. Instantly, once your review posts, the company is sending you an email. We're sorry, Michelle, to hear about such. We would really like for you to take your review down, because we're going to send you this and that and this and that, and then you try those products, and then you can give us a review. People look at reviews. People will buy things and not buy things based upon reviews. So it is important to give feedback. I believe that. Even with Google, you can be anywhere. Google, if you have the setting, Google will ask you, what do you think about this company? Was there ample seating? Is it a busy place? Is it clean? Does it have unisex bathroom? Does it have this and that and this and that? Because people want to know about places and businesses before they get there. They want to have an idea what they're walking into. So reviews are very important. I like them because it does give you an insight to what you're walking into. the possibilities. Of course, you have people who lie. Well, that's all the time. I mean, you know, that's just how it is. This day and time, lying and telling the truth is optional. It's optional. It's crazy. It's up to you. Do you want to tell the truth? Even people, when they go to court, they lie. So, yeah, come on. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's just one of those situations. But I just feel that when it comes to Uber and Lyft, their business, they want to be here a while. They're into a lot of things, and the reason why they're into a lot of things is because it's a money in it. It's like with any business owner, they looked around and saw something that needed to be seen, but it wasn't there. So then they open up a business. And then some people saw things that, like, oh my gosh, you know how I was watching this video. You know how the women buy the Brazilian hair, different types of human hair? And there was a video on, it was in a country, whereas there's a group of people collecting just hair. Let's say here you can find a wig on the street, or somebody plait got pulled out. You need to see it in the streets, a fight or whatever, or it was thrown out the window. I don't know. There are a group of people who will come and scoop that up, and they will blend it with other hairs, and they would fix it so it can be on a track. And those who use this hair, the fake hair, sew it in their head, they buy this kind of hair. So people saw an opportunity. They saw, wait a minute, a big old bundle of hair flying down the road. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me grab that one. Is another one down there? Oh, let me grab that one too. Next thing you know, it's bags and bags and bags of hair. Just like with the aluminum can. People used, when they would throw the cans, it was no big deal. But wait a minute, hold on, you can make some money off these. I'm just saying, Becky, right? If I collect this can, that can, have you noticed lately? Well, if you was in a place like that, you don't see too many aluminum cans on the streets anymore. Because if you collect them, you can make money. You take them to the place that do the recycle, you make money off of it. Steel, metal. There was a time people would steal aluminum drain and aluminum siding off their home because there was a market for making money on that. Not laughing, but it's, you know what I mean? People see the opportunity to make money. So me personally, I wish I could make some money off the acorns that I have that comes off the tree where I live, because oh my gosh, like, it's not enough squirrels to get to eat them all, and then they're gonna bury them. You know, it's like a lot of people eat acorns. I don't eat them, but a lot of people eat acorns. Acorns. I'm just saying, you know, people they have an opportunity and they see it, and you'd be surprised. And that's how a lot of people make money. And like with us, we're considered hustlers, you know. And when I first heard that term, like, I'm not a hustler. I'm not on those street corners. See, you got to broaden your way of thinking. We're hustlers in terms of seeing an opportunity to make money. That's what a hustler is. You see an opportunity to make some money. You know? Like I was going to tell a group of kids, well, teenagers on the corner. They were the squeegee boys or squeegee people, I don't know. But in other words, I remember them being called squeegee boys. But now you got women and men. And these are not just children. These are teenagers. And some are men. Some are women. And I'm saying, like, the times when the pollen is so high, why not have the California duster, the huge one, like the big one, and just dust people's cars off for them? Granted, yeah, you might not get any money for it, but I think that it will be more beneficial, not so much profitable, but beneficial to, while you're out there just standing there. But you're out there standing there because you want money. So if you can make easy money, you just do the window. Okay, I understand.
You have an incoming call.
Hello? Hey! Yeah. You want to be on speaker? No, okay, all right. Oh, okay. You want me to come off? Okay. Huh? All right, no problem. Okay. All right. All right, hold on, okay? All right. All right, guys. I have to get off the phone. Give homeless people work. Yeah, you're right, Becky. You're right. Even though you have some who don't want to work, they on the corner and they just saying, I need money or I want a beer. I used to I was gonna have these frozen and hand them out to some, but then I saw some, they had a whole case of water themselves, wanting $1 for it. But I have to go. It's a fellow Uber driver, so don't let your last ride be a bad ride. Don't let your last food delivery be a bad food delivery. And when you hear the ping, it still means cha-ching. If you're XL, Express Pool, Uber Pool, XL, Premier, Lux Select, Black SUV, whatever, it's all good. You too, Becky. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody be safe. You too, Denise. I'm glad to see you in the feed. My prayers are continuing to be with you and the family.